Hey guys, it's Andrea. Just checking back in with you guys to talk a little bit about the work that I've been doing to get myself to my health goals. This has been a lot of mental work this week. I'm continuing to read my favorite book, in case you've missed it, Atomic Habits by James Clear. Really super enjoying this book. Honestly, I made a big mistake by getting it from the library because I just want to highlight and write everything in the margins, and I can't. So, if you know me in real life, Christmas gift, right? But seriously, I've been reading in there on his take on why goals are ineffective. This really kind of threw me off a little bit because I am a habitual goal setter. Like once I've crossed one off, I got another one that I'm putting right into its slot and we're working towards it, right? But his whole take is that goals are ineffective and it's actually the processes that you need to be taking a look at. And even on a deeper level, for true and meaningful change, it's really who you identify as that will then affect the things you do on a day-to-day basis, your process, that will get to outcomes. So we all kind of have it wrong a little bit where we're just focused on the outcome that we want to get. And we get all our process into place and then attain the goal, but then it doesn't necessarily stick for the long term because truly deep within the core, it's not a part of who we identify as. So a couple things that let me just grab my notes. He mentions as to why goals are ineffective. Number one is that winners and losers have the same goal. And it's kind of part of the human process a little bit that we tend to ignore the losers part, right? We like to hail those who have set their goal, who have achieved it. We Olympians, for instance, everyone goes to the Olympics with the hopes of, with the goal of rather, actually getting some sort of a medal. But very few medals are there to be given out. And so even though lots of Olympians go with the goal, not many actually return home having achieved that goal. So I know that I'm not the first person to want to lose weight. So just simply because I'm good at achieving goals and I've set this goal doesn't mean that I would necessarily be able to do it. There's plenty of people, January 1st is around the corner, basically. So lots of people are going to be saying they want to lose weight and they want to improve their health and all of that. So, just because, goals have been set and people have achieved those goals doesn't mean that it's for everybody. The second one is achieving a goal is only a momentary change. And for that, I would illustrate the point with, having people over to your house for like a party or something and spending all day, right, before the big shebang, cleaning your house top to bottom. It looks immaculate, like nobody even lives there. You have the party, and a week after it, your house is gone to crap again, right? Well, because you only had that motivation to achieve that goal for that day, and once it was achieved, you went back to your normal life. Your kids are throwing their toys everywhere, and no one's picking up after themselves or spilled food on the counter or whatever, you know what I mean? So unless you put those processes into place every day to be taking care of those things, like I said, it's not going to be a lasting change. The third thing that he says is that goals restrict your happiness. So what he means by this is that, a lot of people, especially I feel like when it comes to weight loss, is people are just pinning their hopes and their dreams and their everything, right? Real life will start when I achieve my 100-pound weight loss, or I, get married, or when I become financially independent, whatever your goal is. I am personally trying really hard not to do that. How old am I? 37 years old, and I just don't have time for that, right? Like, I need to enjoy my life now. I work too hard to be miserable until when. So, if you haven't watched that Stitch Fix unboxing video that I did a few days ago, I recommend you check it out. I talk a little bit more about enjoying the way down. But like I said, it's something that I'm really trying to embrace now. I have a wonderful, able body right now that does so many great things for me, that, it would be a shame not to enjoy it at this time and just be waiting for when I lose 100 pounds. So, anyways, that one really resonated with me as part of, my goals in this process. And then also, goals are at odds with long-term process. This is his fourth and final thing about goals, and I truly get it. I get it. At first, I was really hesitant because I'm a habitual goal maker. Oh my gosh, the thought of like a fresh planner at the beginning of the year where you can just, write your hopes, your dreams, your goals for the year. And then like you can make your action plans and your, deadlines and all this kind of stuff for it. Oh my gosh, I just love it so much. And I really feel, or I did, that it was all that process and all the joy that I kind of derived from that was really creating all this success in my life, that I was constantly setting these goals and I was constantly achieving them and all this kind of stuff. But it's wrong. One thing, an example I'll give you is that from very, 10, 15 years, right? When my dad ran his first marathon, the Cincinnati Flying Pig Marathon, I remember it very clearly and distinctly. I said to myself at that time, I'm going to do that too one day. And so, I'd done a bunch of, smaller races. You work yourself up to this kind of a thing. But finally, oh man, this came up on my Facebook memories a couple days ago. It's been 4 years since I completed my full marathon, the Richmond Marathon. Whoop, whoop. Such a great race. Do it if you haven't. But anyways, I just kind of had this gigantic goal of just finishing this marathon. I didn't even have a time goal. It was just like, just cross it alive. You know what I mean? Just be there to collect your medal. So anyways, I was able to do the marathon, but then it was like, I don't think I'd really enjoyed the journey of it necessarily. I don't think that I really embraced feeling like, yes, I am a runner, or I don't know, like it was just, I did that run, I got my medal, and I was like, well, good thing I don't have to run anymore because I really haven't been running for the past 4 years. Hence why I have gained, oh my gosh, I can't even think. It's probably been at least 70 pounds. Oh, 70 pounds. Anyways, I guess that's what happens when you don't move so much. So anyways, that one really resonated with me, right? Is that like you have these big goals and you're going towards them and you're getting there, but if, if it's really not true and dear to your heart and really something that inspires you or what have you, then once you get there, it's just gonna, And one of the things that he talks about, and let me see if I can try and look it up on the internet. I'm sure they have like an image out there for it. But he talks about how like there's these 3 levels, right? These concentric circles. On the outside, you have outcome. And then the middle level, you'll have the process. And in the very heart of it is your identity. And typically what we do is we work from the outcome in, right? Like hopefully if I, lose 100 pounds, when I lose 100 pounds, I will then have found the process, right? Of eating well, moving more, etc., etc. And then it'll seep into my core, right? And that'll just be who I am, and I'll just be happy and wonderful and whatever, right? Well, he's saying that to truly have substantial change that will last, in essence, a lifetime, you should actually do it in another way. It should be from the inside out. So first, you should start identifying, right? I should have been identifying as someone who just loves distance running and loves moving my body for hours at a time. I'm not mocking the process, really. So anyways, and then, through that, you will find the process that works for you. And then you will get the outcomes of, running marathons and what have you. So kind of with the weight loss thing, a lot of people can attain weight loss, right? And they figure out the process that gets them the weight loss. But if you're still having those thoughts running through your head about you're fat, you're lazy, you're not worth it, what have you, or that you just, I hate vegetables, or I hate moving my body, or whatever those core things that you identify with are, then eventually the process is going to fall apart and the outcome is going to go away. So that really did speak to me. That really spoke to me a lot. And so I've really been trying to be mindful of the thoughts that I'm having in my head. And I think that, so far, celebrating my wins, I think has been really motivating, keeping my energy up. But I think I might need to take it just a step further and incorporate that into how I'm identifying with myself. So if I work out or whatever, man, I'm an athlete or something. We have a walk-in closet and we have this giant mirror in there too. And I will catch myself, as I'm sure lots of you have. I get dressed in there and I'll catch a glimpse in the mirror and it's like, oh, that doesn't feel good. Or you just kind of have these, ooh, look at that little dimple there and that roll there and that, ooh. So I've really been trying to catch myself and just telling myself, I don't think that way anymore. I have a great, able body. I have strong legs, or I have a beautiful stomach that has birthed 3 children. I have strong arms. Whatever it is that I need to say to replace that automatic negative thought, basically. And it kind of reminds me too of, I had mentioned our foster daughter that we had. She actually gave me a phone call the other day, and she was talking about how when she calls her sister on the phone and her sister's at work and she's, her sister will pick up and say, I can't talk right now. That makes her feel unloved or rejected when her sister, tells her she can't talk right then. And I told her, I said, do you remember how I told you that just because you have a thought in your head doesn't mean you have to believe it, and certainly doesn't make it true? And she, she begrudgingly agreed. We're planting that seed for a later time. But I'm trying to do the same thing for myself, right? For whatever reason, way back from when I was young, or just the media and everything that it tells me to believe, I have put these beliefs into my head that, a certain leg looks good, or a certain tummy looks good, or what have you, or that certain even words are bad, like cellulite. Oh, you should feel horribly offended if somebody says you have cellulite. Well, what if I do? Okay, whatever. But so anyways, this is really going to take some work on my part to really try to replace how I'm thinking, that I am, an athlete. I am a healthy eater. I am somebody who loves to go out into the, outdoors. I can't even think of the word. The great outdoors, and enjoy the fresh air and go hiking and play with my kids outside and things like that. In fact, I have taken it so far as I have written some affirmations for myself. I think I did talk to you guys a little bit about the Miracle Morning routine that I was doing. Part of it is the affirmations. So I will just read to you briefly my affirmations that I have so far. They are: I am energetic and love being outdoors and active. I choose healthy foods that nourish my body and mind. I love the feeling of pushing my body to its limits. I feel strong and powerful. I am disciplined and choose to rise early and exercise each day. I love my body and the work it does each and every day. So those are my affirmations. Feel free to write those down if you need them. But yeah, so this is all kind of how I am really trying to get into my core, an identity of health and of vibrance and all the things. So another book that I'm reading, I'll just talk to you briefly about this because I feel like it goes along. The Miracle Equation. Basically, it's unwavering faith and extraordinary effort will equal miracles. But he talks about a lot in there, your level 10 self, right? Like looking to get to that level 10 self. Who ideally do you want to be at your core, in your identity? Who do you want to be? So I did a little project where I drew a picture and also wrote down some things that I think are part of my level 10 self. I will share that with you with the disclaimer that I am obviously not an artist. So this is level 10 Andrea. Woohoo! Anyways, I have some different things written around it, like mindful and intentional. I have a millionaire listed on there. Mentor and coach, leader, business owner, athletic, healthy, flexible, yogi, peaceful and calm, strong, comfortable in my skin, confident, giving, altruistic, and happy. Not sure if this is all encompassing. Maybe I'll add some later or something like that. That's what I have so far. Try to, do my picture there with some like beefy arms. I know it's really bad, but anyways, it was just kind of a good practice to kind of put down, into words what exactly it is that I'm striving for. So I really enjoyed doing that, and kind of taking a deeper look at what it is really in life that I want to achieve, not necessarily in the terms of a goal. I guess millionaire, maybe that is kind of a goal. Maybe I should have put more financially responsible or something like that. But those are some things that I'm really working towards. So to wrap it up, I'm really looking to apply kind of all of this knowledge and seeing how it is that I can change some of my processes to really support the healthy individual that I want to identify with and to become. So that's what I'm going to be focusing on this week, is to really be, I'm going to continue with the Miracle Morning because I think that actually is a really good practice for being a healthy individual. On my affirmations, you did see I had one about rising early and exercising each day. So I think that that's right in line with that. But just like I have this, my level 10 person, that I want to be a millionaire or financially responsible. I mean, whatever we want to say, right? Well, me and my husband have really put some processes into place to help us to get there eventually. So, spoiler alert, not a millionaire, not even close, but every month, him and I, we make a budget. We meet a couple different times throughout the month to see kind of where we are at and sticking to the budget. We critically look at our expenses and try to be as frugal as we can. I currently am actually driving a, 2007, I think. So it's a 12-year-old car, 2007 Toyota Corolla. So You know, like that's how we make it work. You know, I don't have a car payment. It's a really old car. It's not really easy on the eyes or whatever. It actually has a leak too, so it gets some like water that pools in the back, which is really bad. We're getting that fixed. But you know what I mean? We do these sacrifices. We have, you know, a certain process that we do. You know, if we're going to spend a lot of money on something, it's something that we've really carefully considered and weighed the odds of what else we could do with that money. Or, you know, are there alternatives, and which is going to be, you know, the best financially for us. So, you know, these are little incremental things that we're doing on a day-to-day basis. You know, I don't go to Starbucks. I don't buy my coffee there. Truth, I've been getting back to bringing my lunches to work. I got really bad about that. We've really reined in our eating out as a family. So, you know, this is all stuff that I'm going to have to think about. You know, what is it that I can do to incorporate into my current life that's going to be like so easy, right? Like something that's really not going to be hard. Like obviously I'm not going to be working out for 5 hours a day or something like that. I don't think I'm ever going to get to that, but you know, whatever. Like for instance, one of the processes that I'm trying to put into place now is going for walks at work. So I have an hour lunch, I eat the first 30 minutes, and then I go walk for the next 30 minutes. So that's really something that I'm trying to incorporate. And like I've told you before, my 11,000 steps a day, that's also something that I'm trying to, you know, incorporate into it. And I really do try to take the time when I'm taking these walks to just really enjoy being outdoors and, you know, the fresh air and, you know, how it makes my body feel. And I have also noticed this, that I need my afternoon coffee way less if I go out for a walk. It's like this instant, like, pick me up, like not only endorphins, but like it wakes me up a little bit more to like finish out my day. So that's really great. So just kind of, you know, realizing the benefits of all of this and really just trying to embrace it and like just believe that like this is my best life, and really just trying to be happy in the moment that I'm at. So anyways, I'm gonna stop rambling. Let me know what you do in your life. What is your process, or how do you identify that makes you achieve what you want to achieve in life? Or tell me what your level 10 self is. Draw a ridiculously bad picture and post it in the comments. That'd be awesome. But go ahead, like, subscribe, do the little bell so you know when I'm posting stuff. And we'll just see you next time. Bye.